Hey, good morning, everybody. Saturday, January 18th, 2025. I had not planned to put out a video today, and if I did, I had another one ready to go, but this is super important. Last night, the Supreme Court ruled against TikTok. They ruled to keep the ban in effect for tomorrow, Sunday the 19th. So effectively, that means TikTok goes away tomorrow. Now, this passed through all three sectors of our US government: the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. Of course, the legislative is the Senate and the Congress. The executive is President Biden's desk, who signed off on it. And the judicial is, of course, the court system, which this went all the way to the highest court system in the land, to the Supreme Court of the United States, who has, again, ruled to keep the ban on TikTok going. So tomorrow is the deadline. That is Sunday the 19th. I don't know if that means midnight tonight, midnight Eastern time, midnight Pacific time, which is 3 a.m. our time here on the East Coast. Not really sure when, but one of two things could have happened. TikTok could have kept working, and when you logged in, it would be normal. And then over time, it would start to degrade and glitch because there'd be no updates put into it, and it would be removed from the App Store. So if you didn't already have the app, you couldn't download it. But TikTok last night put out a statement saying they are going to black out the app, which means, from what I understand and what I read, is that when you click the app, it's just not going to open, or it's going to open to like a screen that doesn't let you get into anything, like a black screen or a screen that says, sorry, TikTok's no longer available in your area, or something along those lines. I guess we'll wait and see. Now, there is hope, of course. President-elect Donald Trump will take office in 2 days, and he'll be inaugurated at noon and on Monday, and that he could possibly work out a deal to reinstate TikTok. Now, that could take days, it could take weeks, we don't know. There's 170 million TikTok users here in the United States. There are over 2 billion in the world. There are 7 million Americans, let that sink in, 7 million Americans who make regular income on TikTok, which is pretty crazy. I am one of them, although my income on TikTok is a joke. It amounts to pennies every month, a couple bucks, $100, whatever. I have never really pushed TikTok. I think I have like 7,000 followers on there. I've posted a little bit, but I've never actually worked at it. And I stopped working at it the last couple months because I figured this ban was coming, and I didn't see any way around it getting unbanned. So in the event that it gets unbanned, I'm going to work on TikTok more. But right now, I've been working on Instagram and YouTube a lot more. So there's that. What this means going forward is, who knows? A lot of people are stating that this is a major violation of freedom of speech, the First Amendment. The First Amendment, freedom of speech, does not guarantee you the right to use TikTok to post videos of you at the beach, right? That's not how the First Amendment and freedom of speech works. However, when the US government, when our government starts to censor things like social media or websites or different platforms, then that becomes a really slippery slope where they are interjecting themselves, big government, big brother, into our daily lives. And it can be viewed as a form of censorship and as a form of freedom of speech. We've been down this when we talked about the election, when we talked about, world events, January 6th, COVID, all these different things where there were reports of social media censoring right and left wing people. And that's where we have a problem, where you can't allow certain things to happen and other things not to happen. We have to balance that freedom of speech, that freedom of expression with, safety. And so that's where we are with TikTok and the safety of the Chinese government having our information. Again, I said this in the previous video, I don't want the Chinese government having my information. I don't want the US government having my information, for that matter. But you do have to sacrifice some things to be able to use platforms and to be safe on them. But we need oversight. We need somebody who actually is on our side to look over these things and and to keep us safe. But they can come to that agreement. The Chinese are unwilling to sell TikTok, and here we are. So I saw some things from people about like conspiracy theories that the Chinese are going to use TikTok to hack all of our bank accounts and our financial institutions and take all our money. The Chinese are going to use TikTok to learn our strategies for war so they can invade us. I heard that they're going to use TikTok to crash the stock system, U.S. stock, the NASDAQ and stock exchange. I've heard it all. And quite frankly, a lot of it is 10 hat foil wearing the whole thing, right? But some of it's legitimate. It definitely could be used, the platform, the information, in the wrong way, in the wrong hands, to get information about us that's sensitive, banking and credit card and financial information, where we go, where we travel, where we're located, GPS pinging. There's a lot of things that could be used negatively against us. 100% agree, but we have to use a little common sense at some point, right? Like TikTok's been operating for several years. The Chinese haven't invaded us. The stock exchange hasn't crashed and our bank accounts have been safe. Are they willing to play the long game? I can't imagine that TikTok is at the top of the Chinese Communist Army's plans of invading the United States of America. It just sounds silly to me. But, if they were going to plan on doing something ridiculous and crazy like that, I imagine they have much better laid out strings of attack and plans against us and ways to dig into us. So I think it's a lot of conspiracy theories, to be honest. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do believe a lot of things that have been called conspiracies, but this isn't one of them. This is not one of them. So I'll leave it to you guys in the comments section. I'm just recording this casually, sitting on my couch on a Saturday morning, watching shows and working on my laptop. So hanging out with the dogs. I have two right now. I have my dog, the sheep dog, which you guys met in the last couple of videos. And we're also dog sitting a Jack Russell Terrier from my neighbor who's hidden under the blanket because the two of them can't seem to find a way to get along because the puppy and the Jack Russell doesn't understand that the puppy just goes pow, 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 and he's just playing. But anyways, so that's my Saturday. I'm going to read your guys' comments. I want to hear what you have to say about TikTok, about the suspension, about the ban, about the U.S. Supreme Court upholding it, about the Chinese owning it, and what you think should happen going forward. So with that, I'll leave it to all of you to let me know your thoughts. And I guess midnight tonight, we lose TikTok. I'll do an update if something should warrant it, and I'll do some screenshots to post on my Instagram because it won't be on TikTok. At Rockstarflipper over on Instagram, you'll be able to see the screenshots. If it's black or what it is, I'll post it. Thank you as always for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and down below are some amazing links, including 50% off of a 2025 reselling and social media training and coaching bundle. Learn everything you need to know about how to resell on eBay, Amazon, Shopify, Poshmark, YouTube, Instagram, you name it, in 2025. We're going to teach you how to fully sell full-time with videos, guides, sheets, PDFs, Excel spreadsheets, bolos, which are be on the lookout for, sell-through rate sheets, private Facebook group, and priority email support 7 days a week to help you in your reselling journey. Go grab that 50% off. The discount code and the link are down below. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next time.